How common is autism? Did you know that March of 2014, Centers of Disease Control released data on studies that show that 1 in 68 children are identified as being on the autism spectrum? That's 1 in every 42 boys and 1 in 189 girls. Studies conducted in 2012 show that 35% of young adults ages 19 to 23 with autism have not had a job or received postgraduate education after leaving high school. Temple Grandin is a well-known advocate for these who struggle with autism. Despite Grandin's struggles, she fought hard and became a huge success. If I were asked about Temple Grandin about 2 or 3 weeks ago, the best I could do is probably tell you her name. However, after hearing about her from my mom and doing plenty of research, I am now able to tell you her inspiring story. Temple Grandin is now a huge success. It's difficult to think about how hard she fought through these to get there and go through all of our struggles. Temple Grandin had a rough childhood growing up with Asperger's. She's extremely intelligent and is a huge success now and an inspiration to many. Now let's start by looking at her childhood. Temple Grandin had a rough childhood since she was diagnosed with Asperger's at the age 2. However, she was diagnosed as brain damage, but it's now formally referred to as Asperger's. And Asperger's is a neurobiological disorder. It's on the higher functioning end of the autism spectrum. Some characteristics is social interaction difficulties, communication challenges, and the tendency to engage in repetitive behavior. Despite the doctor's recommendations to put Temple Grandin in an institute, her parents decided to enroll her in speech therapy and intensive teaching. And Temple Grandin started talking at the age of 4. Another common characteristic of autism is intelligence. My oldest brother has Asperger's, and he's extremely smart in history. For education, Temple Grandin is extremely intelligent. In 1970, she earned her bachelor's degree in psychology from Franklin Pierce College. Then in 1975, she graduated Arizona State University with a master's degree in animal science. In 1989, she earned her doctoral degree in animal science from the University of Illinois. One of her most common inventions, commonly known inventions, is the squeeze machine, or it's also referred to as the hug machine. It provides a calming effect on hyperactive and autistic individuals. Some other inventions involve the curved loading chute that blocks cattle's vision from what's ahead, and it basically keeps the cattle calm. So about this time is where all of her hard work starts to pay off, and she starts to earn awards. She became a huge success and an inspiration to many. She's won over 70 awards ranging from education to animal science, to books that she has written, to speeches that she continues to give. One of her most common books that she's written was The Way I See It, which is great for parents and teachers with young children. Thinking in Pictures, which is a personal autobiography that describes her experience with the visual thinking. And The Autistic Brain, which explains autism diagnosis, and it helps adults with autism succeed and helps them to get a job. Where is Dr. Grandin now? She's now a professor at Colorado State University, and continues to give speeches when she is asked to. Now let's go over what we know about Temple Grandin. So to summarize, Temple Grandin struggled during her childhood and was constantly being bullied for being different. Despite what Grandin's doctors told her parents to do, she managed to go to a bunch of different universities to continue her education. She became a writer, an inventor, a professor, and an inspiration to many.